Hey, good morning. We are at Union Station in St. Louis. Here's Union Station. Anyway, just got out of the car, heading over to the start line. The in-laws are still in the car. They're gonna meet me over there, take like the hat, take the outer layer that I have on before the race gets going. And then we're gonna go. My brother is already over there, so I'm heading out to meet him. I think I got myself into a little backstage area. I decided I am not going to take the camera on the run. Pass that off to my wife before we actually get started. So yeah, it'll be a good day. It'll be a fun day. See how it goes. Talk to you later. Hey, good morning. We found the start line. I found my brother. So just warming up a little bit before we hop. Well, before I hop in the porta potty and then hop in the start corral. We'll pass off the stuff that I don't want to carry to Kirsten when she gets over here, and then we'll get going. Should be a fun time. How fast are you gonna go?
Oh, not as fast as this guy. Much slower.
So, anyways, we'll see you later. Hey everybody, we are back at the in-laws house now. We are done with the 2021 STL Downtown Turkey Trot, and let's kind of go through a quick race review. Today is Thursday, November 25th. It's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, although it'll be a day late by the time you see this. Okay, so the race, it was the 2021 Downtown St. Louis Turkey Trot, like we already said. Obviously that is a 3.1 mile course, and I have some things we're going to kind of go through. We'll talk about the race. First off, the results: 19 minutes, 3 seconds, and 6, I guess, tenths of a second. So a pretty good result for me. Didn't hit the A goal. I was hoping to go under 19 minutes. I kind of expressed some doubts that I wasn't exactly sure I was going to be able to do that, but I did hit a new PR, so that's great. Overall race rank was 6th place, and first in the male 30 to 34 age group. So overall, really good. They do this nice little printout that has, let's see, kind of the various results on it. So you can see some of the results there. Because first, let's go through the kit. So running back in the original, the version 1 of the Nike Vaporflies. Using my Under Armour, I don't remember exactly what these are called. These are like the reactor gloves. Hands did kind of get pretty warm, so I ditched those part of the way through the race. This is, I'm not exactly sure what it's called. It's called Thermofit long sleeve from Nike. Let's see if we can open up the inside here. It's got, I don't know if you'll be able to make that out, but it's got kind of insulation, like insulating material. The weather was like right at 40 degrees at the start of the race, and it was getting colder as the day went on, but it's 40 degrees, the wind chill kind of in the low 30s, like 32, 33 degrees. So the thermal base layer, and then a pair of the Nike I think these are the Aero Swift. I don't remember exactly what the name is. Running tights. That's what the kit was today. No hat. As far as temperature, overall is good. The legs felt really good in just the single layer. They're not cold gear tights. They're just normal running tights. Legs felt really good temperature-wise. The upper got a little hot kind of at the end, but I didn't really have kind of a next tier down that I brought with me. Overall, it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't race killer or anything like that. So the hands got hot, so about halfway through the race, took off the gloves, tucked them into just kind of the waistband of the tights, and went from there. Overall, I mean, I think the kit worked out pretty well for the temperature it was. So, you know, like we already talked about, the temperature was about 40 degrees at race start. Wind chill in the low 30s, 32, 33 degrees. The wind speed was at least a consistent 14 to 15 miles per hour, with gusts pushing 20 per the Weather Channel app in downtown St. Louis. So it's a pretty windy day, and it was the wind direction on a couple of them were straight down some of the long stretches. The course itself is a lot of fun. It's downtown St. Louis. You get to see the Arch. You get to see Union Station. You get to run by Busch Stadium. Some of kind of the big notable places downtown. You go by the federal courthouse and the state courthouse, which are both beautiful buildings. Went down close to my old law school, SLU Laws, down there now. So the course was a lot of fun, but it was kind of hilly. Let me pull up my Garmin data real quick. Looks like per Garmin, there was 142 feet of total elevation gain across a 3.1 mile course. It's quite a lot. So pretty hilly downtown. So between the hard wind that was often a dead headwind and the hills, that cuts a little time out. I think maybe on a flat, fast course like back in Chicago or like in Indianapolis, I think I had maybe a sub 19 in the legs today on a faster course or with the faster field. We'll talk about that in a second. But overall, I can't be upset with the time. Turned out to be a really, really nice time for me, particularly because I was pretty skeptical that I'd be able to do anything like that. So let's see first. Here's the bib. Fleet Feet St. Louis put on the race. They always do a really good job with every race they do. Chip timed, good corrals. I'd expressed some concern about kind of the way that the corral system was working for this race. The start line was just open for 15 minutes. It opened at 7:30, closed at 7:45. You just had to get across the start line during that time. But thankfully, kind of the group of people who wanted to try to win the race or place well, they were all right in the starting corral right at start time. So it went off like a normal race, which is what I thought would happen, but I wasn't exactly sure. So I was happy to do that. No medals for the Turkey Trot. I think that's, at least it's pretty common here in St. Louis. The last Turkey Trot I did, we also didn't get any medals. Instead, we got these shirts. I have mine on. This is my wife's version of the shirt. So just kind of a cool design, maroon, just kind of fall colors, orange, maroon, yellow, turkey, all that good stuff. Primary sponsors, like I said, it was put on by Fleet Feet, Asics, and On Cloud or On Run. I think they might have changed their official name, but anyways, they were the primary sponsors for today, so big thanks to them for winning the age group. Not the overall winners, like the top 3 overall, and I finished 6th. Or top 3 male, top 3 female runners, they did get, positional medals. The age group winners instead got a cookie. So, a turkey cookie, it looks like sugar cookie with frosting. I'm sure it'll be delicious. And then we also got On Cloud merch. So this is a little backpack with kind of a collapsible top. And so, it'll be good. It can go as a backpack. It can go as just kind of like an over-the-shoulder bag. So not like the absolute... I mean, it's fun. It'll be usable, but not like the best merch ever. Let's see. Okay, the race itself. So I knew kind of looking at the elevation map and the wind direction that the first mile was going to be pretty drastically downhill, and running back miles 2 and 3, and mostly with the wind, running back miles 2 and 3 were going to be uphill. So, I really needed to make the first mile count. I went out, I think in 5:30, And maybe that wasn't the best strategy. Maybe I could have saved a little in the tank, but I really wanted to take advantage of the downhill because I knew that it was going to be hard to keep the pace coming back up the hill. Miles 2 and 3 were both like in 6:20, 6:15, something like that pace, whatever it needed to be. They were pretty close to even splits. They were uphill. They were into the wind, and the pack had already spread out. So looking at historical results, this race kind of runs hot or cold. Some years there will be people who, there will be 20, 30, 40, 50 finishers, like all in like 16, 17 minutes or better. And some years there will be just a handful of people under 20. And this was a handful of people under 20 results. So the winner was like 16:57. Shout outs to him. I was talking to him before the race. Really cool dude. Just ran the Nashville Marathon. I think that's the St. Jude Marathon. No, St. Jude's Memphis. Nashville's Rock and Roll. So the Rock and Roll Marathon, he put a really good time in there. So no surprise that he was, had to be the favorite coming into the race. 16:57, and then the fifth place guy, the guy that I finished right behind, was like 18:50, 18:55, something like that. Another really good run, but so the first mile was also quick because everyone goes out quick, so there was a nice pack to go with. But by really the end of mile 1, the eventual winner had broken out. There was a couple people ahead of me. I caught one of them, but everyone else just kind of stayed ahead. One person caught me at mile 2.1, but other than that, like, it was really kind of running by myself at this pace. So there wasn't like a pack to run with. There wasn't someone I could just like, turn off my brain and just follow them, kind of lock into their pace. So, it would have been nice to have a few more faster runners. Maybe that also could have gotten me across because, I've mentioned this before. I'm not super great with pace, so I don't know exactly like how fast I'm running. It's tough for me to keep a consistent pace. So it's nice to be around more experienced runners that can just kind of like drag me along to the finish line at the pace that I'm hoping for. The guy, looking at the race, I think maybe the only like strategic blunder that could have got me under 19 was the guy who ended up finishing 4th is the guy that passed me at 2 miles and a tenth, give or take. And I went with him for just a little bit. And then I looked over my shoulder and saw that there was like no one behind me for a while. And so I kind of let him go. And I probably should have fought a little bit harder to stay with him. One, maybe I could have finished top 5, which would have been cool. Like, my closing kick, I got close to passing the guy in 5th place, but didn't. I left too much of a gap there. So maybe I should have gone with the guy that passed me and finished in 4th to get that time. But other than that, it's tough to run a strategic race when there's not a lot of people around you and you're just kind of on your own, right? The leader's way out. The next person is kind of a decent ways behind you. Nutrition, I did a Cliff Bar about 2 hours before the race, kind of like 5:30 this morning. Did a Morton 100 calf about 10 minutes before the race at about 7:20. And sipped on a water bottle, after I got to the start area. We got to the parking lot a little under an hour before the race and just kind of moseyed around. Went and, caught up with my brother. He was there running. And then just kind of got warmed up and enjoyed the start line. Anyway, that's really all I got. In the comments below, if you ran a turkey trot today, leave a comment. Which one did you run? What time did you do? And, how did you feel it go? Turkey trots are such a weird race because like some people are coming right off of marathon season or like half marathon season. They're they're in peak shape. They really had just enough time to recover from their long distance race to really just kill kind of the shorter distance. Other people did much earlier marathons, and this is kind of their off season, right? They're into their off season. So big range of how people treat these races. So let me know how you did in the comments below. That'd be great. That's all I got. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do anything tomorrow. So today we're doing Thanksgiving with the in-laws and their family, which I'm very looking forward to. It's been a couple years. It's been a little while since we've done that. So I'm looking forward to that. And then tomorrow we'll be with my family over in Columbia, Missouri. So I don't know if I'll have time to sit down and record anything or record a run or any of that sort of stuff to put a video out. If I don't, I'll see you after the next one. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the holiday. Talk to you later.